Compostable plastics do not typically break down in landfill. There's two types of compostable plastic: home compostable and industrial compostable. Home compostables need to reach temperatures of about 30 degrees. Industrially compostable needs to reach temperatures of about 50 to 60 degrees. It does not really happen in a landfill. There was a guy who was an archaeologist who realised the most interesting thing he could dig was landfills because actually if you dug down into a landfill you could use newspapers and brands to work out how old something was, and you could also see how people were living at that time. He dug up a corn on the cob that still had corn on. How's corn-based packaging going to break down if corn doesn't break down on the cob? You know, how's that going to work?
Okay.
So the key thing to remember is bioplastic is where the plastic comes from. Compostable, biodegradable, these words do not mean that plastic is corn-based or bioplastic. So these are plastics made from plants, and some will break down and some won't. So a plastic made of plants, a bioplastic that breaks down, is like PLA. And PLA is a bioplastic because it's made from like cornstarch, but it's also compostable because it will break down in determined conditions. But there are also bioplastics that don't break down. So chemically, bioplastics that don't break down are indistinguishable from their oil-based cousins, and would also be called things like PE or PET. So you can have a PET that's created from oil. You can have a bio-PET that is exactly the same chemically, but made from bioplastics. So it is true that most compostable plastics are bio-based. You know, that is true, as in if you've got a compostable plastic, it's likely to be bio-based. But it is not true that all bio-based plastics are compostable. You can have plastics made from plants that are exactly the same as the oil plastic and do not break down.